Welcome back, everybody. Whoa, my voice just did a tongue twister. All right. Welcome back, everybody, to part 2 of session 2. I know this is like confusing. It's like season 1. No, sorry, season 1, session 2. This is probably going to be episode 4 on YouTube. So it's really confusing. But anyway, we're continuing. The story is what matters. And we left off just as our party has been sent back in time, 17, I believe, years to 2596. You just got sucked into the line of light. Gosh, I'm now finding myself at a struggle for words. And you find yourself progressing through or traveling through or floating through it. You're not quite sure what the sensation or what the description is for this thing that happens to you as you feel yourself pulled in all sorts of directions. You feel the vertigo again, and this continues for several seconds before finally you pop out on the other side in a much cooler environment. But before you really get acclimated and used to your surroundings, or even take a note of your surroundings, you instantly, or actually, let's go ahead, everybody roll a Constitution saving throw for me.
No.
Oof.
Yes.
Yeah, so Rida, Ivarin, Pot, all of you definitely not kneel over. What is it? Keel over is the word?
Yeah.
And throw up.
Oh, great.
And as you look at each other, you guys look, and looking at Rida, she has a little blood that came out of her nose, or I guess, what is it called?
Ew.
For lion?
Snout.
Yeah,
Snout.
snout. There we go. And as you look around, you find yourself in what appears to be an alley of a city. And for the first time, you hear sounds of, I guess, civilization on the streets nearby. You hear people shouting. Well, not shouting, but you hear some talk from nearby streets. You hear carts, and you actually see some people passing by.
Wow.
Hmm.
Well, that was fast.
I'll probably just stand there for a minute and take it in, since we haven't really seen like functioning city in like a decade and a half.
I just go like, oh, I'm back. Okay, whatever.
I'm the machine.
I am the machine. What did you say?
What did you say to me? Oh, one more thing for the viewers. Our party did level up to level 4, but there's no way for me to update it that quickly, and I don't even know what the party improved at level 4. So they are at level 4, but that's not going to get updated until the next session. All right, so yeah, nobody, you got teleported in the middle of an alley. There was nobody really looking or around, so nobody noticed you just suddenly appear. And you do have the sword, by the way. They gave it to you, obviously.
Oh.
Yeah.
Nice.
All right. Well, let's get to work.
Yeah. So we were just told Roshan, nothing more specific than that. Right?
Yeah.
Yep.
Great. Well, Barrick, he was some kind of magic user, right? Maybe we can try to find like a temple?
I thought we were here looking for the other one. Thermovallum.
Oh.
We're already confused.
No, so Barrick was in Roshan, and Termovallon is in the in Solitude. So Barrick is the guy that we presume is good. He died 20 years ago, well, soon. And he Yeah, he's in Roshan. He's the guy who wrote the letter,
Okay. But
which
So we'll probably be able to find himself here.
Well, I presume Barrick will recognize us, considering he wrote the note.
That's true.
well, maybe, or maybe we meet
Yeah.
him now and then he writes the note in a week
True.
or a
Well,
year.
what can happen also is that we meet him, and then he writes the note because
Yeah.
he figures
what I was
everything
saying.
Exactly.
out. Like we complete the circle, but you know.
Yeah. Well, at any rate, we need to find
Well,
him.
is there like a yellow pages or something?
You hear a door open pretty violently nearby as you see a fat man step out with what appears to be an apron covered in some kind of leftover meat, carrying a couple of bags. And he sees you across the street kind of huddled, and he stops in his tracks for a second, and he says, "Well, what are you supposed to be?" And he continues walking and drops the bags into a container across from the door.
A bunch of idiots. Continue on your way, good citizen.
Ivarin just calls out, Barrick?
What?
Does he respond?
And what the heck are you wearing?
What are we wearing? Actually, I'm not wearing anything, am I? I gave
wearing,
my
like,
cloak to
the-
the dragon.
The opposite of vintage, like
Mm.
You're wearing like
Postmodernism?
travel gear.
So-
That's
Postmod,
that's like specific to like desert at this point.
oh right.
Yeah.
Speaking of wearing things, where can we get some new clothes?
A shop? I don't know.
Thank you, good sir. Where is the shop?
I mean, you can find a
It's-
general store across the street.
Thank you.
It's a city. There's probably lots of shops. Let's just
What
go.
a weird bunch. And he goes back and closes the door.
Todd goes, "Cheers, buddy." So I
You
guess
know
we
what?
just
You know what? I don't like that guy. I think I'm gonna take his brain, put it in a jar, and bury it somewhere.
That will definitely show him.
Oh,
Do we-
God.
Do we still have the brain, by the way? Do you still
Yeah,
have
we
it?
do.
Yeah,
I
okay.
hope so.
By the way, that
Oh,
probably
shit.
weighs. How much would that weigh? Jake, you're the medical dude. How much would a brain in a jar of liquid weigh?
Well, brains are
Uh,
like 5 pounds, right?
Yeah, brains usually like
So maybe like 10
4 or 5
pounds?
kilos. Yeah, I mean like if it's the problem is like a dry brain versus a fixed brain, right? Like I don't know, like no more than
Oh
5
God!
pounds.
All right, let's just say 10 pounds.
Heavy brain. All right,
Well,
I'm
with
carrying the
the
brain
with the jug of water it's suspended in.
then? Okay.
Yeah.
I'll carry it.
All right. Well, let's go walk around the streets. We need to find a place to stay and some clothing to blend in.
I agree. And
Shopping.
think- Pot's like particularly concerned about his slightly more draconic face looking stuff. So I think he'd like to find something to sort of obscure his face a little bit, just to be on the safe side.
I
So I
look
guess
at
we-
you just like... Yes, some have it worse.
Yeah, if we can find like a clothing shop or something.
Yeah, so you guys step out on the street and you start walking a little bit and instantly start attracting attention as people are definitely clothed differently. You know, a lot of them are wearing fine clothing. Some are wearing, traveler clothing, but it's nowhere near as rugged or as, I
Awesome.
guess, different. Yeah, let's just say awesome as yours.
I would say my clothes are pretty maintained. I know mending.
But you do notice the general store that the guy pointed out across the street from the
I walk
building you
in.
were next to.
Yeah, let's go in there.
As you step in, the doorbell rings, and you're still taking in all the different and I guess you could say weird sounds to you at this point of the city as you step in. And the store appears to be,
Doorbell.
for the most part, empty. You just see a small man across from across the room behind a counter, and appears to be full of, general supplies, mostly geared towards home, but there are some clothing as well.
Hey, fleshy friend.
What?
Jesus
What?
God.
And he looks up and you see him wearing like this spectacle, and he kind of looks at you through the spectacle. Whoa! What are you? Who are you?
Who am I? Well, my name is not important. What's important is we will spend the money.
Okay,
Okay, friend.
Varun breaks in at this point
Jesus,
because it's just too
Lord God.
painful. And he says, we've recently arrived in town, and as you can see, our clothing is not really fit for city life, so we're just looking to pick up some replacements, some local clothing.
Oh, well, yeah. I suppose we do have some of that. It'll be a little issue for your Shen friend here, but I think we should be able to fasten something together.
What? Why?
Well, you're a bit larger than your friends.
Oh, okay.
Looks like a dragonborn.
It's a human
Your
city.
pot-
They're not just going to have Shen
standing at
clothes. Like,
At
Well, I'm like-
6'7".
Yeah, is that really? That's like slightly above average. The pants will just be like capried on me, but
Capri on you. Yes. We'll figure it out for sure. How does 7 gold sound for a set of 5 clothes?
Yeah.
sure.
all right.
All right. And he goes to the racks and pulls off pretty generic looking clothing.
We know, Scab.
Not those. I point like one rack over to slightly nicer looking clothing. Like we would like to travel in style. Like how much for that?
How about 9?
This one's on me, guys. So I'll pay for that.
All right.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
All right.
Sure.
You have a
right.
set of moderately common clothes.
Now I have 2.
Do we get our HP like when we leveled up?
Yes. Yeah, you all have your effects of the level up.
Yeah, but like, do we get the HP?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Because sometimes you don't level up in the middle of the thing.
Well, it's not like going to the gym in real life. You don't have to wait for the gains.
Get those gains immediately.
That's why I play D&D.
Gains are instant.
Yeah.
How much
Oh
was the-
no! Oh, I can do this! Oh!
What?
Oh.
What is happening?
I just figured I could do something funny. But my
So-
character wouldn't do it.
I'm scared now.
You should be scared.
All right, so he takes your gold and you get your clothes. And he says, "Well, I wish you well with whatever you're doing. You seem like you're pretty determined."
You too, fleshy friend.
Thank you, sir. And do these new clothes include like some kind of like hooded cloak or something that we could just pull up if we want to be
they're
more
just
discreet?
regular
No.
clothes, yeah.
Does he have any kind of like
Mm,
cloak for sale?
Yeah, he has some cloaks, yeah.
Yeah.
How much
Pot's
would that
interesting.
cost?
4 more gold if you're buying a set.
These
For
are
all of
some
you.
expensive fucking clothes, man.
So
Yeah, these
4
are-
gold for everyone to have a
nice.
cloak.
Oh,
Oh.
for everyone.
I feel like that's worth it.
Yeah.
Or I'd at least like to buy a cloak for myself.
Yeah, pot 2.
I mean, we probably all have cloaks already if you already had some
Well,
clothes.
I gave one away
Yeah.
to the dragon.
Oh, yeah, you did. That's true.
Oh, that's true.
Would it?
Need a new
So-
cloak.
Pot has a cloak, but would that cloak be like? Would it stand out in here because of the difference in era stuff? Well, not era, but
Yeah, I mean, it's the difference in that it just the style, and also it's quite a bit more worn through all your travels and whatnot.
okay,
All right, fine.
yeah.
We'll get the frickin' cloaks.
sweet. Yeah, pot will pay for this one. What's that? 4 gold.
It's 4 gold for everybody's, not
Nice.
each. Yeah.
Yeah. So Pot will pay 4 for that.
Oh, thank you.
And Pot would also like a some kind of face covering, like a scarf or something like that he can just cover.
Okay. So like
Um,
maybe like a bandana or something.
That looks a little I think a bandana might come across a little roguey or thievy. I might go with maybe
Mando
yeah, maybe
Calrissian
like
in Return of the Jedi face mask.
yeah. Just like one of those Japanese samurai face masks, walk around with that.
Oh, that's cool as hell.
No, I'll go like a thin scarf, like not a thick
Oh,
warm
okay.
scarf.
Yeah,
Like a thin
maybe
scarf,
like
yeah.
5 silver for that.
5 silver. Okay. Sweet. Yeah, I'll do that.
Oh, and by the way, in my world, it's
Oh,
10,
that's
10,
good.
10. I think in regular D&D, it's like different.
No, it's 10, 10, 10, and 9. normal.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
But even for platinum,
Ignoring
it's 10,
Electrum.
10, 10.
Yeah,
Oh.
it's same in normal.
I think one of them is different. I
The
think
Electrum
platinum
is
is
different.
Electrum.
Electrum
But-
is 2 to every.
Yeah.
2 to
But
2
no
to-
one ever uses Electrum.
Yeah,
because it's
nobody
too
ever
rare.
uses it. But anyway, yeah.
Okay. So Pot's paid for that.
All right.
Cool. We got a sweet makeover.
I have my old one.
All right, and I think we need a place to stay and kind of have our base of operations. So should we find an inn?
Yes.
Oh, it's been a while since I've been at one
Yeah.
of those. I'm fine with anything.
All right, well, let's try to just make sure we find someplace clean.
Yeah, it doesn't have to be fancy.
I'll do an investigation check and just like ask a couple of locals about hey, is there like an inn nearby that's like, we're looking for clean beds. Where can we find clean beds? Oh, that's a shitty roll.
Oh, they're still kind of. You still kind of look a little rugged for wear, like just your general appearance. So whoever you stop is kind of taken a little bit aback, but he answers your question and says, yes, there's the Broken Arrow down the street right there."
All right, well, let's go check it out. So, when we go in, I'll just try to make like, are the floors swept? Are the
Oh yeah,
Are
I
the-
mean,
like is
pretty
it
much
clean?
anything to you at this point would look pretty well kept, I think. But as you step in, it appears to be fairly well maintained. It's in the center of a city, and also it has quite a bit of folk there. It appears to be a tavern or kind of like a bar area at the base, and then what you presume to be sleeping quarters at the top in the second level.
Cool.
All right, well, I'll find the innkeeper and ask how much for lodging for all of us.
Yeah, so you approach the counter and you see a young female elf there, and she says, welcome in. Be looking for beds or just food today?
We'll be needing beds, and I'll pull back my hood of my cloak as well, so make sure that she sees my elvish ears.
Well, we do have beds upstairs. We charge 1 gold a night.
All right, I'll just plop down like 8 gold. Be like, all right, well, hopefully that'll buy us some food too.
Yes. We have some porridge today. Would you like some of that?
Yes, please.
All right,
many
so
rations did
5
you
of
get, by the
those
way?
and five beds. Sounds good.
Nice.
This is so luxurious.
My friend, the DM.
Yes.
How many rations did we get on our way?
I think 3.
Yeah, they gave you 3. The Triquetra gave you 3.
Yeah, but we've got hot food here. We don't need those rations.
Yeah, this
right
is way
now.
better.
No.
Miles better.
I'm stacking up. I'm on 10 right now.
I mean, porridge. When's the last time you had porridge?
I
Like
never
large
had
scale large scale agriculture isn't a thing anymore for us.
Yeah.
I mean,
Let alone decently prepared food.
I can't say I have. I've had it.
So,
Well, yeah, you wouldn't.
you guys probably take some seats at a table nearby, and she brings you out 5 plates and a mug of ale with it. She says,
Oh, nice.
on the house.
Much appreciated.
Thank you.
Of course.
Say,
what are you,
would you have-
lot in town for?
We're looking for a friend.
A friend, huh? What does your friend look like?
No idea.
I don't know. He's a pen pal, you see.
Oh. Does this pen pal have a name?
Barrick Ackerman. Heard of him?
Barrick. Let me ask my sister. Croge! Croge! Come out here.
Human, always so curious.
And you see another elf, pretty much identical to the one you see in front of you, come out and come up to you guys. And the first elf says, "Have you heard of a barrack?" And she kind of appears to be in thought for a moment, and then, "Oh yes, I think that's that one weird fellow. I think he has a house on the outskirts of the forest. I don't really know too much."
As most weird people do. Sounds about right.
He doesn't. He's not very friendly. Are you sure he's your friend?
Well,
Yes.
yes.
You see,
He
we
will
call
Or
a
something.
lot of people friends.
Yeah. Everyone's just a friend you haven't made yet. Technically.
Do you think you could give me directions to this place where he lives?
Well, I think he has a cabin about a mile south into the King's Forest from here, from outside town.
All right. Well, thank you. What time of day is it, by the way? This is not in character. What time of day is it?
From what you could tell, you've been navigating for a long time. Probably just before midday.
Okay, so we could get there still this afternoon. You guys want to go for it?
Yeah,
I think
for
so.
sure.
Yeah.
Sounds good.
All right. I'll flip another gold piece to the innkeeper and say, "Thank you very much. We'll be back this evening. Hopefully."
Hopefully.
What's the name of the pub?
The
Or
broken
I think
arrow.
the broken arrow.
The Broken Arrow. So, yeah.
Oh, I love that. I love Nick Cage references.
As you I presume you're gonna finish your food. As you sit there and eat your food, you start feeling a little bit of the vertigo you felt before, and it actually intensifies to where your surroundings are almost kind of like blur out, and you're not sure how much, I guess, time passes, because when you snap out of it, like, people are in different locations and items have been moved,
Shit.
and you think a little bit of time has passed.
Does that happen to me too, even if I don't eat?
Yes.
Okay.
I wonder
So
if this
it's
is a byproduct of the time I wonder if this gets better. If this is like time sickness.
Yeah, I don't know.
I mean, we can only there's nothing we can really do about it at the moment. Crap. We just have to keep moving forward.
Okay, well, let's head to the woods.
Yeah, let's go find Barrick. Hopefully he won't be mean to us.
And maybe some Pepto-Bismol.
Yeah.
Wow.
All right.
So
yeah, let's do it.
All right, yeah, you guys step out of the tavern and start heading out, I guess, what you presume to be the south direction from here. It's not too terribly difficult to discern. And once you step out, you think maybe roughly an hour has passed since you've been in the outside, I guess.
Okay.
Well, you know, I haven't had a meal that big in a while, so I'll pass out for a while afterwards. It makes sense.
All right, and you start
Yeah, that was-
journeying south. You still attract just a little bit of looks here and there, especially for those people that pass by you. But overall, nobody really seems too bothered with your presence. And you continue south, and as you exit the city, you immediately notice kind of more trees on the horizon and a full-on forest just a little ways forward. And you start trekking down.
So we're going more south.
Yeah, so like you're
Okay.
you're here, you're trekking towards the King's Woodlands, which is here. Well, obviously not that far, but like to the
Yeah.
outskirts of it. Yeah.
Okay.
All right. So go ahead and as you guys are journeying, make up to 2 people can make perception checks, please.
I can do one.
Yep.
Well, that was not good.
Who's got the sharpest eyes, anyways? My perception is 3.
Think me, probably.
It's certainly not pot.
Uh,
Definitely not me.
perception.
What do your robot eyes see, Delmar?
My robot eyes see +5.
I like to
Oh.
imagine that his eye apertures like telescopically just like zoom out.
Yeah.
Like, instead of putting his like hands to his eyes to like shield his eyes from the sun, his eyeballs just like zoom out of his head.
No, they
See,
don't.
I was thinking Geordie LaForge in the Star Trek movies. You're thinking more Bender from Futurama.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that's what I was
exactly.
thinking.
So yeah, as you're going south, you kind of follow the road for a little bit, and the road seems to kind of wrap around this lake here and go a little removed from the forest areas. So you split off from the road pretty quickly and you start journeying into the forest itself. And right as you're entering, you see you're quite a ways off from the road at this point. You spot a sign just a little bit off your path that you're making towards the forest. And it says, in some scribbly writing, it says, if you can understand this, turn back. You will not find anything of value here.
Okay, let's definitely go down this path.
Yeah. Nice try. I can't read.
All right, so you keep going?
Yeah, definitely.
All right.
Do we need a marching order?
Yeah, let's do a marching order.
I put Delmar in front.
Yeah, Delmar.
Okay.
We just collectively shoved Elmar in front.
Okay, sure. I'm just there, just like la 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 la. Just
Hold out
walking
the
until someone stops
brain.
me.
As
At the-
tribute.
At the back, I think I'll chat with Ivara and just kind of like, so when we get there, are we gonna just full on be like, hey, we're from the future, you asked for us, or should we just be like, hey, I mean, I think the best thing to do would be to ask him about Termo, just like be like we've heard you're looking into Termo, and just kind of see if we can get on his side, because it sounds like Barrick is probably, I mean, he's a hunter, and so perhaps he would be more willing to engage with us if he thought we were similarly chasing his quarry.
Yeah,
Well,
I
that's the
agree.
problem. We don't know what we're heading into.
Right.
We might show up and Barrick is like, "Oh, thank God you guys are here," or we might show up and he's like, "Who the hell are you guys?"
Well, I think
Yeah.
in the because I think this is simple if he's like, I was waiting for you. I think it's less simple if he's like, who are you? So in the event that he doesn't know we're coming, I think we would be best served saying like, we're looking for information on Termo, like we've heard he's a bad dude.
They
Sorry,
didn't
wrong
happen
house.
to give us
got
the
the-
letter, did they?
Yeah. I would presume we've kept that.
Because that would be helpful.
Yeah, like in his handwriting. Oh, that's a good point.
I would just
don't
presume
think
that
you
we
got
would have
the letter.
taken.
Well, let's see
Yeah.
what we find and go from there. But
Yeah.
we don't
Yeah.
want to play our hand too early.
Agreed.
All right, so you keep journeying deeper into the forest. What's your marching order?
I think.
Well, apparently I'm at the
Delmar, then
front.
Pot.
Yeah.
All right,
If
Delmar,
Delmar's
make a
at the front,
perception
then
check.
Pot.
Okay.
And then, yeah, the rest of you can...
I can bring up the rear if you want.
18 and 21. That's funny.
All right, so as you're walking, you suddenly hear a rattling from the foliage above, and you see a massive wooden log swing from the covered top and straight towards you,
Oh,
Delmar.
shit.
Go ahead and make a dexterity saving throw.
Dexterity saving throw.
Fuck!
It hits you straight on and throws you back 10
no.
feet, and you also suffer 4 bludgeoning damage.
God damn this guy.
As he's flying through the air past me, can I try and like just touch my finger on his heel and heal him for 4 with my
All right, first make a dexterity roll to see if you manage to pull this off.
Okay, I'll do it.
You're like, so long, motherfucker.
Yeah.
Later, bitch.
This is gonna go woefully because my dexterity is suboptimal. Oh.
Sure, you managed to catch him and you heal him as he's flying back.
It's just like an ET finger, basically, that rises up and.
Were you right behind him?
Yeah. I was
Okay, cool.
Oh,
I wouldn't say
I
like.
got smacked in the stomach and it doesn't hurt. What the fuck happened?
Must be those robotic genes.
Probably don't even have time to recognize the pain.
Actually, can I heal Delmar if with lay on hands, robot, and everything? Okay.
I'm still a creature.
Yep. Cool.
Um,
So now I'm up the front.
Who's
I guess,
out there
and then...
dropping logs in the woods?
Jeez.
Are all these puns like Everin? Like he's just dropping these?
Yeah, I thought he was like the educated, this high elf wizard guy with lots of wisdom and intelligence.
It's because he's so bored with our lack of intelligence that he has to like amuse himself with puns.
The answer to your question is yes, and also it's also me.
So, I now that I'm up the front, well, Pot's up the front. I look back at Delmar, who's just been schwacked by this log, but I've magically saved him somehow from taking any damage whatsoever. I just stand there with like both my arms, like be my guest, like to walk back into the front of the of the group.
He like doesn't even pay attention to the log, and he's like, "Be our guest."
Yeah,
I stand up and it's just like shakes my head, just like, well, someone don't want us here, clearly.
Yep.
Can we keep an eye out for above us from this point going forward?
Yeah.
Any
We
more
get, like,
traps?
an advantage to rolls to check this stuff because now that we're on high alert for traps.
Yeah, I'll give
question
you
is-
advantage now, Delmar.
Yeah, I was about to say, the question is, do you lead me into the front again, or?
Oh yeah.
Okay, sure, I'll take the spot.
Well, hey, if you can take that log and no damage, then yeah, you're the one in front.
Yeah, my little 11 wisdom ain't being up front. I'm telling you that.
Yeah.
Would you allow me to spend 10 minutes casting my new spell? So I have Unseen Servant, so I could just cast it and have him walk ahead of us.
Okay.
Sure.
Free punching bag, yes. Let's
Yeah.
do
Wait,
it.
wait, don't you already have a servant?
I have a familiar.
Yeah, don't you people have familiars? That's supposed
Yeah,
to
but
be
I
able
don't-
to
I don't
get
want
like
my-
this.
It only takes 6 seconds to cast Unseen Servant. So it would take 10 minutes, but it takes an hour to cast the familiar.
Familiars have feelings too, you know.
Yeah, this is
Yeah,
just
I
a
know.
little force creature.
Yeah.
He doesn't.
And
he
you
doesn't
can't
give a
even
crap.
see. So.
Be careful what you say around me when you say that forest creatures are crap.
All right, so you guys are going forward cautiously, sending your
Yes.
familiar or unseen servant in front. Um,
Yeah.
So I mean, he doesn't have a form though, right?
He doesn't have. Are you asking if he has mass enough to trigger traps?
Like, yeah, mass or a body. I picture
can-
him more like a ghost.
But yeah. So I would too. Except it says he can interact with objects, so he has some physicality to him. And I don't think he can like go through walls. So I don't think he's like a ghost in the mechanical sense. I think it's like a force being. Is how I'd interpret that. If you think not, then otherwise. But like
I would say he can obviously do tasks, but I don't know if he's unaware of something that he would trigger it. Is what I'm saying.
as in like him walking through a tripwire would not trigger it.
Right.
Okay, I'll remember that for later.
So
Yeah.
we keep walking, I suppose.
Mm-hmm.
Cautiously.
So,
So we've got the servant.
when should I roll again, Nite?
Now
Okay, good.
with advantage.
I believe.
Perception.
And can I help him out if I'm behind him? Or is that-
You're
Well,
already
that's pretty
getting
good.
advantage. Yeah. So. All right. So you start. You continue forward, and you approach. You start seeing in the distance. The foliage kind of intensifies a little bit, but in the distance, you see a log cabin. And as you approach, you kind of pause a little ways off and take a look around. And you do manage to spot a few wires and also a few kind of, what are they called? Pits
Oh.
around
Well,
they're kind of
I can
covered,
see-
but you can definitely see them with your perception roll.
I can see a cabin a bit further away, but there's 2 traps here. Anyone want to take it?
I mean, can't we
Can-
just go around?
Can we go around?
So yeah, you see the wires, so you can step over it, and you kind of see the pit traps, and you point it out to the rest of the group.
Yeah.
Yeah, so you
Be
could
careful
navigate your way
there,
through.
there, and there.
Yeah. All right.
Okay.
So you guys navigate around it, and you approach the house. You don't see or hear anything as you do so. It appears to be silent.
So let's go and talk to the nice gentleman who attacked us.
Say that little invisible man and or woman you've got walking in front of us. Could it perhaps be instructed or something? I think you were mentioning you could tell it to do things. To say open a door or something like this.
Yeah, I think so. I think it's a servant, so it can't do like super complex stuff, but it can like, I think the spell says like it can fetch things. Like you can see like go get my beer, my wand, or fold my clothes, or light a fire. So I think it could open doors
Yeah.
for sure.
Hey, I
So
split a seam in these pants. Sew it up.
Yeah,
Ooh.
yeah. I think simple stuff, and I think like it doesn't like. I think you still have to produce the materials. Like it couldn't just like fix
Mhm.
Delmar. It would have to have materials to do it. Like I don't think it takes the place of like a mending spell, for example.
Mm. So then I guess it's like my thoughts are like maybe the door's trapped, or maybe there's something there that we can like elicit that trap. With the familiar.
There's
Yeah.
definitely traps inside the house.
Well, why don't we have? 'Cause also like my mage hand or our mage hands are 30 feet. We could just open the door from 30 feet away, or knock from 30 feet away,
True.
or just announce our presence and be like, hey, Barrick, like, you want to come hang out?
What a fuck, hang
'Cause
out.
I think we're making this a little harder than it has to be. Like if we're not trying to I think notably we're not trying to sneak up on him,
Mm-mm.
right? So like
Yeah,
us
we should be up front.
right, like
Yeah.
us showing up is probably not great.
I mean, yeah, he's got a whole bunch of traps. It's clear he
Yeah.
doesn't want people knocking on the door.
Right. But I think
That said,
but I mean more to say like
we're
if
gonna
we
knock on the
get
door.
through the traps and we just show up at his front door, I worry that he's gonna be like what the hell are you doing here sneaking up on me?
I guess we'd previously agreed, this is sort of like out of character, but previously agreed that we weren't going to play all our cards up front. We were sort of just gonna. I'm not sure what our approach was initially with Barrack. I don't know if we agreed or spoke
I
about
think
that.
it's gonna depend on his reaction if he recognizes us or not.
Yeah. Okay.
But I don't think we should try to like be stealthy or sneaky. I think we should be upfront with him.
Up front. Wait. So
All right.
Hot
Well,
motions be
For
my
God's
guest.
sake, just
The
don't
rest
let
of the party.
Delmar do it. It's gonna end badly.
Yeah, I guess Pot will go up and knock on the door. But just before he does, he turns around and like looks at the rest of the party to see if anyone wants to do anything or say anything before he does. Pauses for a few seconds.
You see a thumbs up from Delmar.
So yeah, Pot knocks on the door.
No response.
cast prestidigitation then, and like basically just create a doorbell, like a ding dong.
Nothing.
Pot calls out Barrack and knocks again.
No response.
Well, he's a shy one, isn't he?
Pot says, Barrack, it's Pot. Please open up, and knocks.
No response.
I'm gonna be
Are
honest
there
with you.
any lights inside or like smoke coming out of the chimney or anything?
You don't see a light or smoke. No.
Can
Well,
we
maybe
see?
he's out.
Yeah, can we see into it to see? Like, is there a gap in the window or?
Yeah, there's some
He's already-
windows.
Are there windows?
If you look inside, you don't see anybody, but you do see just a very thinly dressed room. But there is like the most elaborate thing there. You notice it appears to be a shrine of some kind.
Does the shrine look demonic in decoration or?
Make a religion check.
This can only end well with 0.
Whew.
Oh,
Even with a 12, though, you know that you see some symbology tying it to Adeline, the goddess of love, or not love, life.
we know her.
Ah.
Definitely not demonic then.
All right.
Wait, where do we know Adeline from?
You probably
We-
don't. We do.
Yeah, we know her.
Ah, okay.
We and our character specifically.
Your character,
we
yes.
as players know her from the previous
Okay.
campaign.
Okay.
All right. Well, I gotta say this freaks me out a little bit. I'm wondering if he's actually okay now. I think we need to go in and see.
Yeah. What was it? 20. It was approximately this time that we'd received.
Yeah. I mean
We were
that
in
note
Tony's
was very
campaign.
concerning too. Like I mean he may because he was being watched by whoever these people were. So like they might have gotten to him for all we know.
Well, they're still watching, or
Yeah.
both.
Is the door locked?
Oh,
Do you
boy.
try the door?
Sure.
It is locked.
Damn.
I mean, the traps were untriggered, so
Are the windows like glass or?
Yeah, you see glass windows. Yep.
actually, I can ask that. Did we see any other traps on the way that were triggered, or like? The
No,
ones
you
we
didn't see any
saw
other
were-
traps.
Oh, okay.
I mean, I feel like he's probably here. He just doesn't want to talk.
Most
I mean-
definitely.
There was something in the note, right, that he said he was tracking down that demonic entity or something, I think it was.
So he's not here.
So he could be
Yeah, he could be out.
at Solitude, right? He was tracking the entity at Solitude.
I
So he
mean,
could be.
we can just do the what's her name? The story about the the bears and the girls in the soup. Just enter his house and wait for him there.
Mm.
Anyone know what story I'm talking about? The children's story?
Goldilocks and the Three Bears.
Yeah, thank you.
I feel like we shouldn't go in unless we absolutely have to, because I don't want to break his trust. But we could just, I guess, like make a little mini camp outside.
You're chill outside. Hey, welcome home.
Can Pot do like a walk around the house or hut or whatever it is, cottage, and just check if there's any other doors, see if they're open, if there's any windows that we can like pry open or anything like that, any way of entry?
Yeah, so if you walk around the house, you see all the windows are glass, but there's one in the back which has no glass and is open.
Oh.
Does the house look like it's been like trashed? Like, are there signs of struggle?
No, there doesn't appear to be so.
Okay. Then
So
I guess
we can see in there pretty well. Like it's not too dark or anything.
It is a little dark, but some of you have dark vision, so you can look into it, but you don't see anyone.
Do we see any other rooms? Any doors? Any hatches?
No other entrances than the windows or the front door.
Pot leans into the open window and says, "Barrack, Barrack, you in there? I'm a little worried that you're you might be a little intoxicated or something. I'm a bit worried I might have to make entry here."
We're with the restaurant police on a wellness check.
No response.
I guess Pot asked the group like whether we should just go in through the window and take a look around.
I mean, I feel like it's not a great idea, but maybe we should just do it.
Can I
Anyways.
climb in? Well, while they're deciding if we climb in or not.
You could send a familiar in.
I think
Sure.
it's more fun to send someone in.
Oh, absolutely.
I can take the hit.
Well, goblins are small and sneaky.
Well, we didn't want to sneak, did we?
Well, I mean, we're already breaking in.
Yeah, but we don't have to make it worse. And it's not breaking in, because we're not breaking anything.
Well, technically.
It's illegal entry.
Yeah, if you're going in, I probably won't stop you.
Okay, I'm going in.
Reckless, but
Are you
okay.
going
don't
through the
have a
open
problem.
window?
Yeah.
All right. So you climb through the window, and as soon as you pull yourself through, the rest of you and you hear a voice of a man, and he says, "Do not move unless you want your friend dropped." And at this point, we're going to bring our first guest star of the show.
What?
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 What? What?
What?
What?
Welcome, Chris.
Oh shit!
Yes, it is real.
Hell
Yay!
Oh my god.
How's everyone
Fantastic.
doing?
I love
Hey.
it.
I love this shit.
All right. Yeah, so you hear the voice, and from here on out, I'll let Barrack play his character.
Oh shit, yes.
And Delmar, you see you kind of freeze, but out of your corner of your eye, you see somebody in the shadow who is pointing a golden crossbow at you, directly at your face or head.
Hello?
Why have you come to my home?
You're asking the wrong person.
Why have you all come to my home? Could you not read the signs?
Wait, there were signs?
I turn my head slowly to the other parties. Can we read?
Nope.
Definitely not.
Okay, they can't read. I'm sorry.
I will shake my head and say you know Barrick, our ability to read or not read notwithstanding, we come from a very, very far off place, looking for you specifically.
So you've come for me. Finally to hunt me down, have you? After I've killed your kitten?
I put my hands up. Nope. I think you are misunderstanding.
Do I look like a demon?
Oh,
I do not know. Fiends can take many forms. How do I trust that you are not one of them?
Look at me.
Yeah, that's not helpful.
Physical appearance does not help.
And we don't have the letter, right? That's what you said.
No.
Shit.
Before this goes too much further, can I just ask, Barrick, do you recognize any of us?
I look at everyone as quickly, but also as up and down, just checking everything on them as quickly as possible. And he will push the crossbow towards this strange creature in front of him. No, I do not.
Well, we'll take our leave then. It was nice meeting you. I'm just gonna jump back out the window.
No, you will not leave until you explain why you come. Not only do you ignore my warnings, but you set my traps on and keep going towards my home. You're looking for something. Here I am.
Who said we were not supposed to go here? First of all,
I specifically put signs to warn any of the normal folk not to come here.
Barak, my good friend, please ignore the creature you have in front of you. He tends to get a bit nervous with crossbows pointed at him, as you can probably understand. I believe the reason why we have come here is it seems that we may actually be looking for the same thing. We're specifically looking to track. See, I think we're in a similar line of business here. The five of us actually, are not demonic ourselves, but we do like to hunt a demon here or there, and we've actually been tracking a rather interesting demonic entity that seems to be situated somewhere near Solitude, and that's why we've come to seek you out because we also heard that you are someone who did a similar line of business to this.
I could not have stumbled my way through that better. That is beautiful.
You're not wrong. I indeed hunt fiends. However, I have nothing but your word that you are not a fiend yourself, trying to lure me into a trap, trying to make me make a mistake. Prove to me that you're not one. Show me a sign that you are not fiend.
My friend, if you would, if we could shake hands, I can show you or demonstrate to you in a shake of a hand.
Oh?
And I hold out holds out his hand. I can assure you that a demonic entity, I can transfer a holy feeling through my hands. It's a gift I was blessed upon me from an early age.
Oh man.
Very well. I shall take this weapon, and he pulls out a dagger. I will put it against your neck. Should I feel anything wrong, I will slit it.
Very well, friend.
So
hold out my hand.
very high risk, high
Get
reward
out of
play. I
here.
like it.
And I, as soon as our hands touch, I transfer 1 health point of a lay on hands. Does he feel anything, Nite, or?
Yes,
hope
he,
so,
he,
but-
he definitely feels a
I have to
little,
fucking die.
influx of energy, I suppose.
But would it come across as like a whole, like not holy, but like a positive energy, like something that you wouldn't?
Yeah, I think so, for sure.
Clouds part and the trumpets sound.
Angels come down.
Yeah.
He'll
Oh,
squint
friend.
his eyes. Perhaps there is a modicum of truth in your words. Very well. All of you, in front of me, 15 feet away from me, speak.
Already here, sir.
He'll like walk back a bit, crossbow drawn, not aimed, however, ready just in case. Yet again, you mentioned a fiend that you are hunting. Speak.
Does the name Termo Valen mean anything to you?
I cannot say that it does, no.
Or if not that, then perhaps does mention of a plague, a demonic plague, strike any chords?
I will actually correct Chris there. You have
Ooh.
heard of Turmo Valen. You haven't necessarily been investigating him, but you've heard that he's been performing some sketchy experiments.
Gotcha. Okay. Well, rewind for a bit and yes, I have heard of some strange dealings with this individual. Do you have any more information about any demonic or fiend-like pacts that he may have caused? This demon plague, I do not know. However, by the sound of it, it is something that I must rectify as soon as possible.
I know not of demonic pacts, but our, intelligence would seem to suggest that whatever Termo is up to, may be demonic in origin, pacts or no, and threatens civilization as a whole. There are ill-described reports of illness that he attempts to conjure. Perhaps you have heard of experimentation or pacts or attempts to contact the demonic plane on the part of this individual, and specifically perhaps where he is doing it. We have been sent to stop him, and I believe in this our interests align.
And who exactly is the one that sent you and gave you this information?
That's the fun part.
That is a tricky question, Barrick. I think for now you're going to have to take our word that your interests align with ours.
I have shown you respect, and I have held back for 5 strange individuals that have come to my home asking me to assist them in the capture of a potential fiend. And you expect me to just take your word again?
Kinda.
I shrug and say, I'm trying to think of a good idiom that would fit here, and I'll say, the greatest adventures start with the smallest of footsteps, and what we ask for is a small amount of trust here, Barrick.
You ask of a great deal from me, little goblin. if
Uh,
that is truly what you are.
I nod and I say, and we wouldn't ask anything that you were unable to give. At this point, simply a sharing of information. We don't ask you to put yourself at risk or to do anything for us that would jeopardize your current endeavors. Just truly an exchange of information.
Hmm.
Does he seem like he's like intentionally withholding, or is he just like really pissed that we're in his, I mean, justifiably pissed that we're in his house
Yeah,
and like
maybe we
doesn't want
should
to talk to us?
climb back out the window.
I never climbed into the window.
Yeah.
There's
Maybe
only
Delmar
one
should climb out
individual.
of the window.
You can make an insight check, and I'll let Barrick respond.
I'll step forward and say, what
Hmm.
what can we do to gain your trust? Like what can we do to prove that we have no ill intent here?
Well, first things first. You can tell me who gave you this information and who sent you to find me.
I mean,
And yet again, you say you cannot. Why is this?
All right, Barrick, you sent us.
Just like dumbfounded a bit, and then like, nonsense. Answer truthfully.
And I will hoist myself into the house, and I will prefer my rest, and I'll say, take my pulse, feel my steady heartbeat, and know that I tell the truth. I do not lie to you. We were sent here by your orders.
Almar can't pull that trick.
What is this? Do you have any idea how insane you sound? I do not. I've never met any of you, let alone if I had met this creature, and he points towards Delmar. If I met this creature, I would have remembered. This is the first time I've seen something as this. And you tell me that I was the one that sent you to find me?
I just shrug and I say, I can only tell you the truth. If you don't believe us, then there's nothing I can do. Does our sword look any? Have we? We haven't looked at it. Shit. Are we carrying? And then we're only 25 years in the past, so it's not like our items and stuff would be like totally like anachronistic.
probably not.
Do we have? Hold on. Check our inventory. Are we carrying anything from the future that could like? Does our money from beforehand have like time stamped on it?
Well, we have the sword.
Yeah, but it isn't like it wouldn't necessarily be like it's a future sword, right?
I mean, I have some maps, but I feel
Be
like
forged,
those
yeah.
could be easily forged.
I don't know. I'm struggling to think of a way to prove we're from the future. Yeah. So Barrick, I don't know what to tell you. We don't come from the far future.
I mean, maybe he would recognize the sword or something.
Yeah, it couldn't hurt, I guess.
Can we bring out the sword?
Unless he has this time version of the sword, then we
Yeah,
create a paradox. It couldn't hurt.
That's true.
It could just destroy us all.
If it's in our bag already, like it's already so close to him, I can't imagine like just removing it from the bag would cause the paradox to trigger,
I mean,
right?
it's on my sheath. Like I sheathed it.
Yeah.
All right. Well, I mean, it's your non-existence.
It's time to explode because I indeed have the sword. What was I gonna say? Oh.
Well, can we take the sword from Delmar, just like unsheath it real quick, and say, again, I'm kind of at a loss of how to convince you that we are from a different time.
Yeah.
I don't suppose this sword, and I'll brandish for a second, is familiar to you at all.
Would I know of this sword?
No, it does not seem significant.
I don't think it's famous enough that it would make sense that he'd recognize it.
I'll take it.
Yeah, I don't know how.
Any other thoughts, guys? I'm kind of at a loss here.
What do I have in my pockets?
I mean, Sarah Connors didn't believe until she actually saw the Terminator.
Right.
But we don't have a Terminator to show him.
I mean, honestly, because we really just need him to tell us what he knows about Termo, and he seems unwilling to share information because he thinks we're demonic.
Yeah.
I mean,
that's why I was asking if there's anything that he if he says, "Oh, do this."
Is there a local like temple we can go to and we can all just chug a vial of holy water?
I will.
Do you know anyone who can cast
detect good? Yeah.
Zone of Truth.
Yeah.
You can just stand in a circle.
If there is no way for you to explain or to show what you are, then I will have to find out my way.
What's your way?
That way?
And, noticing a threatening tone. Just one
again. He'll like brandish the dagger.
Okay, fuck this. I'm gonna cast detect thoughts.
Alright, go for it.
Yeah.
It was surface level thoughts like immediately get shown.
Violence.
When you cast a spell as your action. Okay, and you should like the surface thoughts. Okay. At the moment, it is obviously distrust. However, as he said, I will find out my own way. That's the deciding factor. You can tell that he is about to cast some kind of magic. If you'd like, you can probe deeper.
Can I? Oh.
However, it's your choice out of character. So.
If I know that you're about to cast a spell, I'm probably gonna yell, restrain him.
Oh no.
Oh
Quick.
no.
As soon as someone yells, I will grab the goblin with the dagger towards his throat.
This keeps happening.
Do not move. Allow me to do this so that I may find out the truth. And if it is something that you do not wish for me to find out, I should just end this thing's life right here, right now.
No.
Don't
do that.
I'm a goblin. You've seen goblins before, but a thing.
Yes.
What spell were you about to cast?
He kind of squints his eyes. Magic that will show me your true, magic that will show me whether you truly are fiend or anything of equal disgusting existence.
Can I detect
that's fine.
and see what spell it is? What he's thinking about? That's probably the last thing I can do because it only lasts 1 minute.
You're gonna probe deeper?
Yeah.
Gotcha. I think it's a wisdom save, right?
Yes.
Gotcha. Alright. Yeah. You straight up, you will know in this case that he is going to cast Divine Sense. However, as you probe in deeper, there is as soon as because if I recall correctly, the person can feel you probing their mind, right? Yeah, the target knows that you're probing its mind. As soon as he feels you in his mind, you immediately sense bloodlust.
Shit.
Oh no.
like bloodlust that of a beast, and he tightens the grip on the goblin as he like glances towards you, and he says, "Do that one more time, and I will kill all of you."
I put my hand up. I'm like, all right, Barrick. Let's take a step back, bud. Cast your spell. I mean, there's more of us here than there are of you. I think we all know that if this comes to fisticuffs, it's not going to go great.
Yes, I will be
so-
injured. However, you will be.
I mean, you might be more than injured, but the point being, I feel like you seem like a smart guy. I think you wouldn't walk away from this fight, and we are just truly trying to get information. I think this can be done. This can be done calmly. So cast your spell. Prove to yourself that we are not meaning you any harm, and we can move forward.
Derek.
Very well, Goblin.
You're really good
It
at this,
will be-
aren't you?
It will be quick if you are not what you say you are.
I don't doubt it.
And I cast Divine Sense, and as soon as now fiendish, undead, and the like pop up, he'll loosen the grip slowly, and he will say, "No sudden movements," as he lets you go.
Derek.
Very well.
I gotta rub my neck.
What you said was true. You truly are no fiends. And even though I loathe that you are not explaining or making any kind of sense, if what you say is true about that bastard mingling with fiends and plaguing others, we will need to stop him. I will need to stop him.
And so begins the time loop.
And so begins the time loop. What specifically have you heard? Because all we know is that a great sickness is supposed to start with termovalin. We have not yet verified if this claim is true, but it is our only lead into stopping a cataclysm that awaits on the horizon. Anything, no matter how small you can tell us, could potentially stop the end of days from coming. And so I would say to you, Barrick, that now is not the time to be coy or to play your cards close to your chest. I think now is the time for us to lay all of our information out together so that we can head off this calamity before it arises.
Do not speak of me sharing things, Goblin.
Oh,
You're the one that's not showing your full truth. However,
What?
the need here is greater than whatever the previous statement of me sending you here has any kind of meaning behind. We will pool our knowledge, and then we will decide.
Yeah, we're just hoping to gain any kind of insight or information you might have about termovalin or anything relating to demonic rituals that he might be involved in. It seems like your specialty is demons, so if you have any wisdom to impart, that would be helpful.
You're well versed in what my expertise is. Yet again, I am eager to find out exactly who told you.
I mean, we already told you it was you.
Yeah.
As you say that,
Will be you.
He just looks at you like,
Barrick, so first of all, I think at this point, we're just gonna have to skip over this because there's no other answer we can give you. What I would ask is, when you finally write the letter that brings us here, could you please add to the bottom a reminder to bring the letter with us?
It'll just look at you like,
I feel like we could skip most of this if we just had this letter.
Does
Focus.
the letter?
well,
does the
hang
letter
on.
then materialize
Hang
in our
on,
pocket?
hang on a beat.
Oh
there.
yeah! Oh my god, yes.
You suddenly feel the ground you're standing on shake and vibrate as the five of you begin to feel a sudden onset of vertigo creep in once again.
Right.
And go ahead and make another Constitution saving throw. The five of you.
Oh
Oh,
no.
not this again.
Christ.
okay, not bad. Okay. Oh, okay, that's pretty bad.
And Delmar shuts
Oh.
down.
Delmar, your
No.
knee gives in. Some mechanism in there just like freaking breaks loose, and you fall to the ground, and you start leaking oil out of your knee. Silky, you also like drop to the ground, and you start feeling like blood exit your ear. And however, you do feel let's just say, who was it? The letter materialize in front of you.
Oh my
And
fucking god!
everybody-
I love this campaign so much.
And the five of you take
Oh Christ!
32 points of
Alright,
damage.
dogs.
Oh!
my God.
Half of you succeeded, so
So I just
Ivar and
okay.
Pot and Ryda, you take half.
Whew,
Wow.
Okay.
So I basically have a stroke. I or burst an aneurysm. I like bleed out my ear and pass out.
Oh my god. They just
So just
slung
holy
in front of
shit.
me.
So you,
And the
you
letter-
say, like,
And the
Yeah, I
letter
don't-
does
some
have
of
an
the letter,
edit to it.
Huh?
you
the le-
basically ask like him to add an addendum to the letter, and then you just collapse dead
Same with me.
or unconscious.
Holy fucking shit!
Yeah, I'm
What's
also wrong.
happening? What is this?
I will walk over to the letter, pick it up, and just hand it to Barrick while I like roll Jake over, or sorry, Silky over, and try to like find a pulse.
Elmer's also gone.
Yeah,
Yeah.
somebody
dying in the
take care
deep
of
storm.
Delmar.
So Pot goes over to Silky and Delmar and does like five health of lay on hands on both.
Thank you. Oh my god. I think I wake up,
Stand off.
like roll over and just vomit everything out of my stomach from earlier.
Ew.
Yeah,
And
you
like
see
wipe,
porridge. Have processed
Yeah,
Oh
porridge.
god.
wipe the blood from my ear, just like, holy fucking. Oh,
How much for our hot chow?
What was that?
what is it? What when that happens? That just feel like what does that feel like?
Just-
Do we like see shit or do we just like fucking?
Yeah,
Image
I
and
mean, you
vertigo.
suddenly you it's almost like you kind of like before you die, you relive your memories. You get flashbacks of modified memories
Oh,
about
God.
that line and discussions about it, and
Oh
actually
my
taking
God.
the letter from Riggs and Hugo, and then just the little like deviations here and there, but ultimately find yourself back here.
Jesus Christ. Stop doing paradoxes.
And just a question on the damage that we took. So Ivarin and Pot took 16 damage because we had the
Yes,
32
Oh,
damage
wait.
in it.
And we play negative, don't we?
yes, we play negative.
So I'm actually that actually wouldn't even bring me up.
Oh,
Yeah,
you're
I'm
still in the negatives?
Yeah, because I'm
So
32.
you're still like
I'm,
bleeding
Oh
out.
shit.
We're not
I'm-
in combat though, so I think it's like we're all right. Yeah. Some of us are still conscious.
Yeah,
so we
you like when Ryda helps you up, you're back at 1. You and Delmar, unless you
Okay.
died from that, but there's no way you died.
no, I didn't, but I was at negative 11.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
Jeez.
Okay.
Shit.
So then I presume. So then Riders help them up, and then I like slap them for 5 each
Yeah.
or something.
Holy
Okay.
fucking shit.
So they're on 6.
Mm-hmm.
that gives me a great idea for a joke character, a paladin, but he can
That-
only lay on hands by
it's-
slapping people across the face.
Yeah.
Get up!
But you're killing him. You're killing him. No, I'm
Yeah.
saving him.
Yeah, you have to do it. You have
Yeah,
to
you-
do a unarmed attack
Yeah.
as well
Yeah.
as a lay on hands.
Yeah,
in one.
Divine
One
Smite.
damage.
Divine Smite works on unarmed as well.
It does, yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
but
Absolutely.
I have a-
Delmar, your knee is still fucked.
Oh lord.
Can I start casting mending on the knee?
So mending does not help with big breaks.
Shit.
Okay. Can I start using druidic to fix my fucked knee?
You know that when you polymorph, you can when you pop back, it kind of fixes it.
Oh god. So are you telling me to do this, Dungeon Master? Are you really telling me to do this?
Attempt.
I mean, that's the only way you know how to fix a break like that.
Fuck it. Okay. What's the funniest animal I can become? Okay, first off, how big is this house?
Oh
God.
no!
Oh no.
It's not super big.
It's just a.
It's just a little
small,
hut.
Like, outhouse. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's just a small outhouse.
Okay, it's only large. It's fine. Yeah.
Oh, God.
Because I was thinking about it, I'm gonna become a giant octopus.
A giant duck?
Octopus.
Oh, octopus. Okay, I heard duck. for a
Better
second.
change that quickly before you die being out of the water.
I don't breathe.
Oh yeah, you'll suffer like dry.
No,
up
I
and
don't breathe.
die.
I don't breathe.
Oh yeah,
Mechanical
you don't
That's
breathe.
true.
Yeah, I forgot. He's a mecha.
Yeah, and
octopus.
yeah, and I actually have 1 hour of breath.
Barrick, so all
just-
this weird shit is happening in front of you.
Yeah, I'm just like, what? Like, you just collapsed, and then that creature transformed into another being. Who
Oh,
are you
no!
people?
Did you have to talk to me? Did you have to talk to me?
Yes.
Oh, okay, then you're gonna hear in your head. Yes, I did.
You're telling.
Oh my god, this is the best.
I need some explanations more than what you've given me for this. This is too much.
Can we?
Hey, look. Look.
What does the letter say? The letter that almost killed Delmar and me. What does that fucking letter say now?
It's the same thing, but added one sentence. Bring the letter, you idiots.
God.
You almost died for that, like a one.
Can I slowly unroll it from my pocket and just and be like, here.
and wait. And this is the burnt letter, right? Like
Yeah.
it's still burnt. I look
Yeah.
at it. It's like, what is this?
Oh.
Am I
fuck
supposed
you.
to make sense of this?
It is your
It's
handwriting.
your handwriting. Please, God, let it be his handwriting.
Like it's like indistinguishable that it is my handwriting.
Yes.
Okay, yeah. I'll like. What is this? Is this supposed to make? Wait. Are these your names? Is this how? Is this what you meant that I sent you?
God.
Yes.
I throw up a chunk of like what I hope is porridge, and I'm just like, oh, yes, that's what we've been trying to tell you.
And here it says Termovalen is. This is proof enough for me. I know I have contacts that we can go in solitude. We will see what Termovalen is up to, and we will deal with him accordingly. And in the meantime, he'll like turn towards Delmar, the like mechapus. It's like, you out of my home,
You say yes. You hear in your head.
out of my home now before you break something.
Yeah. Okay. Do I fit through the window?
Probably not as an octopus, but at this
Okay.
time you feel
No,
another.
dude, octopuses can squeeze through the smallest spaces. He can
Oh, yeah, that's
definitely
true.
fit through that
But
window.
can mechapusses?
But can
Well-
mechapus like
Can you please describe the nature of the like body distensibility and demorphology of a mechapus?
Well, before
In
that
detail,
happens,
please.
you guys feel another spell of vertigo, and
No!
you feel
Oh,
another.
God!
You feel another spell of passage of time without really being aware of it, and you don't know how long you again be there, but again, I guess Barrick, you see them just freeze and like barely move for about 40 minutes.
Ooh. Oh. Okay.
What?
Okay. Someone needs to explain.
And also, you guys remember Riggs and Hugo saying that they would slingshot you to Solitude a month forward from when you're done, or a month after you're here.
Oh, is someone keeping track of? We should
Glad someone
probably.
is.
Well, we've only been here for a day.
Yeah.
Oh,
But is it going to be like a month
some
to the
timey-wimey
second?
shit? Yeah, exactly. DM, out of character, how are we keeping track of the progression of time? Like, does someone need to be actually keeping track of like the long rest to say like it's been this many days?
I'm not sure what you mean, but I mean, you guys probably note the time.
Okay, so we're gonna be slingshot to Solitude in a month.
No, not in a month. You would appear in Solitude after a month. You disappear from here, essentially.
Ah, right.
Disappear from here.